Hello.
Hey y'all. So this is D.
This is C.
And this is
Black Meets World.
So
it's been so long. It's good to see you again.
It hasn't been that long.
Okay. We have guests today.
We have all returning guests actually. We have
Mac.
We have Mac, formerly known as M. Okay. We have Ron Mexico.
Mac, formerly known as M. Just like Prince. Rest in peace. All right.
R.I.P. And Raquel. Well, speaking of Prince, should we just start?
That was a good transition.
Yeah. So Prince.
Sadder note.
Yeah. So Prince died, and did you hear that there was like Percocet in his system?
I heard a lot of
Yeah, there was a lot of.
Well, that was confirmed. I don't know. There's everything is like hearsay, everything else. But from what I've understood, the only thing that was confirmed was that there were drugs and there were Percocet in his system. But he was like, he didn't have a will.
I saw that.
That's crazy.
Blows me.
Didn't have a will. He has half siblings though, so I guess
he has like 7 half siblings. Or no,
How
5.
do you even determine where everything is going?
Child, when you have that much money, you can just give it away. Like I don't understand. I don't know.
And he has no children.
He had no children, no wives.
Although there's a woman who's
He has an
allegedly coming forward saying that she has the son of Prince.
Well, they had a baby, but I heard that baby, like he was married and the baby died.
Oh,
his only like offspring passed away.
You know who he was dating? What's the ballerina?
Oh, Misty Copeland.
Misty Copeland,
yeah.
Good for her.
They were dating for a minute.
When
she was dancing in his shows? I thought that was a rumor, though.
Yeah.
That's what I
Misty Copeland?
I thought it was confirmed because I remember the way I heard it was like from a person who was like, oh, no, everybody knows that. And then the person I was with agreed too. I was like, oh, maybe this is information I just didn't know.
I always put asterisks by that. You don't know.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? My man Prince. I mean,
the memes were outrageous too. It was like,
oh,
the only man who could like put on heels and lipstick and still steal your girl. I was just like, oh, why?
straight
your
up.
grandma and your auntie.
Straight up.
Yeah, I don't know. Prince didn't really have a sexuality, so relationships to me about him were just rumors.
I mean,
like unless Prince told me
himself,
I just had nothing to say.
So, are there any like true Prince fans at this table? Like hardcore Prince fans?
That's a great question. Everyone is nodding no.
And like no.
I think that's young, right?
I'm not a hardcore Prince fan, so I'm not. This might sound. It didn't hit me as crazy as like it hit some people on my timeline. I was like, people on my timeline. I didn't even know you liked Prince. And you're like going in like tears and stuff. And I was like, yo, sad. Someone passed away.
I had a coworker take the day off the next day.
Exactly. Like what?
Like okay, bro, you serious with this? I'm just no lie. I was just like, is it like that?
How old was that coworker?
I think it was generational.
Almost 40.
Okay.
Which makes
generational.
Sense. And also,
I feel like
it'd be like
who
if Beyonce died today.
Oh, girl, we won't
that's
speak of
what
such
it would
blasphemy.
be like. But you know what I mean? For our generation.
when Whitney died, I didn't go to class. I feel you. No, you're right.
Oh,
I'd be in hiding if something happened.
Oh,
to
my
Beyonce.
chest got
I think a lot of people, if Beyonce died, would like.
Girl, I don't like you using that.
Yeah, just like it flowed so freely too. As the one, you had a lot of like room to use other examples, and that was the one you chose.
But someone as infamous and the kind of like,
that's the only person.
I feel like,
yeah,
I feel you. I feel like though it was either you were a Michael fan or a Prince fan, but it wasn't really both. I was raised more on Michael Jackson's music, so.
Like you saw me over here struggling.
Because Ron Mexico is pouring.
Why are you putting? Yeah.
This is the only cup on the table.
I brought it for the liquor, but I can bring.
Oh,
okay.
I didn't know. I don't really want.
Her.
I didn't want to make any ripples. I was going to do it silently.
It's cool. We can pour it now.
Matt called the whole shit out.
He was like, "What's your intention?
What are you doing?
What are your intentions right now? Hey, black man.
What you doing over there? All right, so that's an excellent question to lead into Lemonade. What you doing over there, Jay-Z? How you doing?
I think it's just a rumor. I don't know.
Child, you lying.
There's so many.
No, I do think he cheated, but I don't know if it like the whole. It was to that. Like I think a lot of it was just kind of like art. I don't know.
I'm on the same page. I'm on the same page.
I think it was more like...
My mom watched literally 30 seconds and she was like, oh, he cheated.
No, I think there's no doubt that he cheated, but I think more than anything, it's kind of just to like provoke people to just keep talking, because as you can see, people are still talking about it.
Well, some people were saying that it had nothing to do to do with them, and that was all about her mom and her
That's
dad.
I think it was a little bit of both.
I think it was probably once Daddy Lessons hit, I was like, oh, so this is definitely also about them.
People keep calling that song country.
It is country.
I hear the music and I think of like New Orleans, like brass band, like blues, like.
Well, it's like black country, not like Carrie Underwood country.
I don't think it classification.
It's like
Texas
Texas
country. It gives me like southern, like I don't know, but I don't know because my white coworker, I didn't mean to say white, but they were, but like was like, oh yeah, she's a country song, and I was just like, does she?
When people said country, I was thinking like Carrie Underwood.
Yeah.
No, it's not like
it's like blues,
white country.
It's
black country.
Yeah,
that's a genre.
I don't know.
I go to Walmart or Target and I look up black country.
It's a genre.
It's in the section under black music as well.
I played it for my parents, and I was like, my mom was like, this is one of them songs where you just turn up. Like, she was just like, you just tearing this song up. They were diddy bopping around and listening to it. I was
diddy
just
bopping
like, yo, they were diddy bopping. I was like, okay. They were having a good old time.
I saw your snap of you and your parents out in Atlantic City, though. And we discussed that. I was like, oh, you have a really good time with your parents. I've never experienced that kind of good time with my parents.
My snap was
when you and your mama's on the step like, yo. Your dad's over in the background dancing. Then you turn back to your mom. Then you turn back to your dad. Your dad's left. The dad on bar with the dad somewhere. I don't know, but I was thoroughly entertained.
We were drinking and cutting up at the bar in Atlantic City, yes.
That's great.
That's a great time.
That's great.
And you know what's even better? It's like you're with your parents. So it's like, you're paying for everything. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
And the best part about that was that they were serving Hennessy at that bar. So I was having a thoroughly good time.
Pause for the cause. Can we talk about Hennessy?
Well,
is Hennessy a black drink?
No,
that
wasn't the.
Crown Royal.
Crown Royal, a black.
Ooh.
Wait, what's she talking
about?
Because he's
the bruh. I feel like
I was about to say, so my line of sight might be kind of blurred because I only drink with black people.
Yeah.
I don't really drink with white, so I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to we need to infiltrate their system and find out what they're drinking because that's all the brothers drink is Crown.
All I see is Crown. All I think of when I see a purple and gold bag of Crown Royal, I think of a bruh hopping up and down naked, like on the street. That's what I think of.
Okay.
Like specifically with the Crown Royal bag, protecting like their private parts.
Got it.
That's what comes to mind when I think of Crown Royal.
I was like, girl, what? Well, having drank a majority of college with both white and black people, black people drink Hennessy and Crown. I never was anywhere where white people were drinking those things. Like I was bringing that bottle to those.
But we all know what black people drink.
Yeah.
The question is, do white people drink this as well?
I don't.
You know, this is. Have you guys seen the Dave Chappelle skit? Where he's
yes.
Like, we don't know what white people do. Like they know we like chicken and watermelon, but we haven't figured out what they like yet. And I think I got it. He's like, mayonnaise is a white people thing. Like white people love mayonnaise. They put it on everything.
Well, and then the Cat Williams skit
drink.
Was like about like
his character. About what's going down.
I don't know what's going on.
I mean, he's fighting kids.
He's like not allowed to go
what he did in Atlanta
anymore.
In Atlanta, he was at a restaurant and he attacked a man with salt. Threw salt at him. They call it he was assaulted.
Okay, well.
And then he attacked a man and walked out the restaurant.
Crown Royal is coming out with a new flavor as well. They had apple.
Not apple, but
now
what else?
they're doing
Mango?
honey.
It's
honey.
Crown Royal honey.
That makes sense though.
Honey.
I thought you were going to say Crown Royal flavored chicken. Chicken flavor, but nonetheless.
Honey.
The joke came out of my head a lot better, but the execution was a little poor. Nonetheless.
Well, speaking of chicken, KFC has a new flavor, fingernail polish.
You better stop the lies.
I saw that.
Are you serious?
What does that mean? What does that mean?
KFC has flavored fingernail polish. Well,
wait, it's fingernail polish that smells like chicken?
That tastes like chicken. That tastes like
that is actually pretty amazing.
It's finger licking good. Is what they say.
Oh.
I'm still confused.
How long does it last? It's a fingernail polish that KFC created that when you lick your fingers after it dries and everything, it tastes like chicken.
I feel like that's only going to be sold in like very like.
Is that healthy?
Right, I think right now
specific
it's in
market.
So to answer your question, is
like black community.
No, it's not in the USA yet.
Yeah, it's in Asian countries right now.
Really? That makes a lot more sense then.
Yeah.
No, they're more innovative.
It's the way you said it.
Oh, sorry.
It's like, oh yeah, okay. Obviously, it's in an Asian country.
Clearly.
Obviously. Okay, so do you want to like actually discuss play-by-play Lemonade?
I think it deserves due diligence. Okay, what my goal was to actually have a panel of women versus men and your, I guess, understanding of Lemonade, your feedback on Lemonade, and because I've just heard so much.
I know he didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it either.
Oh my gosh.
But I am already.
That's the male perspective.
I am 100% ready to go into this debate, though.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't watch it, but I'm ready.
This sample population actually represents most majority of Americans.
Right.
Outside of gay
all of us standing and them two, like we didn't see it.
Unless you're gay male, except for my few friends who have watched Lemonade, that actually is pretty accurate. All right, so there we have it. All right, let's go. So Lemonade, you guys know the premise.
I saw a couple of Instagram. I think I get it. Like, it was an hour-long video where she kind of chopped up her songs in there. And then she released her album right afterwards. So the main gist of it, Jay-Z cheated on her with Becky with the long hair. Yeah. And she pretty much walked through the street with a bat and busted off a couple fire hydrants. Like, pretty much what you see. With a smile.
With that crazy girl smile. Oh my gosh, that smile brought me joy. I was like, oh, she is.
But it was also like she looked committed. Like she looked like she could have been committed that day. Right? Anyway, sorry. Go on.
I think that was it. I think that's all I know.
Yeah,
do I need more?
That's my understanding too.
So we're
what
on the
have
same
you heard about it?
Pretty much the same. The Beyonce stans are like all in it, and Beyonce's God to some of these young girls, and that's pretty much it. So you can Beyonce can do no wrong.
Ironically, though, in the video, she did put, "I am not."
Sorry, I got really excited. I thought I hit pause, but I didn't.
Ironically, she put I am not God in text in the video after she said that line. The imagery actually
I think there's a lot of elements to this.
I think it's also more of a visual album first than a audio. Yeah, because you have to actually watch it to understand what she's doing.
You're looking at the images.
Yeah, because you can listen to the whole album and not get it.
So I think if you listen to it, you'd only think it was about like adultery. But then when you're looking at the pictures, then you're like, it's about like black feminine.
Yeah, it's about empowerment. It's about like Black Lives Matter. So when I watched it, first of all, check out our Instagram page because I was posting a little bit from there. But to me, it was like, all right, she's hitting on a lot of things. She's hitting on like women empowerment, how like people are gods, specifically like women are gods, and we are worshipped and adored and all that other jazz. Also, I feel like she's sitting on like Black Lives Matter, and she had like Trayvon Martin's mom in there. She had Eric Garner. Who else did she have in there? Just a lot of other women who's lost their children due to like police brutality. And in my opinion, I'm like, this is ingenious. She also had like the young influencers of like this whole new like Black Girls Rock / like. You know, this whole new movement, like Zendaya,
Amanda Steinberg.
Yo, I love that little girl.
I love her.
Kuvajine, hello.
Yo, Kuvajine first of all grew up. I was like,
haven't seen her since Beasts of the Damn Wild, and all of a sudden
she was an Annie.
She was an Annie.
She wasn't Annie, but then like that's the last thing I remember her as just like a 4-year-old almost just walking around in a diaper. Like she literally came out. I was like,
and everybody in like the whole scene. The men, I'm just want to tell all the men are like, okay, yeah, y'all, because I don't know what you're talking about. But nonetheless, the girls are all excited about talking about this. But like, what really got me is like Beyonce is like the epitome, in my opinion. Like she's the epitome of like beauty and beauty, talent, and grace all put together, right? So for her to kind of like have these cornrow braids to the back. This like more like what's antebellum kind of like outfits also mixed in with like this African print. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like she was very much like intentional about like the face paint, which is very traditional to like in West Africa and East Africa. To me, it was like, oh, you chose the route of going towards this like less like glamorized Hollywood look and going towards this other kind of look. You know what I mean? And then you coupled it with like a whole female cast of characters. There was not one male in there that I saw except for her dad with this few snippets. And then you over here talking about Black Lives Matter? And you know the world's about to look at this and go crazy?
So I thought the whole thing was just very well planned. Like she released it on HBO for 27 hours. Then it went off of HBO. Like everybody
indefinitely,
was,
it's not any
like you can't find it on
demand,
HBO Go, nothing. Like it was gone. Then it was on Tidal, Amazon, iTunes. On top of that, she released the album while it was happening because I guess she knew like everybody's gonna go wild, whatever. But I agree, like the cinematography, like they HBO put it up in the like Emmy nominees for a movie.
Yeah, she's about to win an Emmy.
Because it was
and also on a side note, so is Soulja Boy for her sampling of his "Hop About the Bed."
Oh, because she gave him credit.
Yeah,
She
and
did.
like, and they put. I was reading the news, but basically, if she wins like a Grammy for this album, like album of the year, Soulja Boy's gonna get a Grammy.
Well,
Good for
Prince,
Soulja
Prince
Boy.
also.
Yeah.
Because she
She sampled Prince lyrics, and she also she has a lot of people she sampled in there.
I just
They
found it
don't get
ironic.
a Grammy. I thought that they just get like an accolade, but like they don't get the actual.
Grammy Award winning.
But if they win for like that song or something,
For
or
album of
like,
the year, you get like everybody on that gets a Grammy.
So album of the year, all
Album of the
producers or something like that.
I thought it was
yeah.
just
Everybody that touched it.
Really?
yeah, everybody
Yeah,
gets
for album is different. Because
Everybody
it's
gets
all encompassing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like Kendrick would get one, James Blake would get one.
But they wouldn't like they don't
Weekend.
they don't get the statue. They just get
I don't know
like
those
credit.
details.
They just
I
get
don't
it
know.
just gets in the handbook. Like they're not gonna get to stand with her and all that.
If I touch that
She's
album,
not
I
bringing
want
up
a
right.
statue.
Everybody would be. I should be up there if Soulja Boy's up there.
Okay.
Why y'all both?
I don't think I don't think you're giving
Is she
Soulja
mad
Boy
at
enough
all?
credit. You're not giving Soulja Boy enough credit.
Yeah.
I agree.
He's
Soulja Boy
foul,
produces.
but he's
smart.
made his mark. Man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yo,
I
we
don't
were just
even know if he's smart. I just, he just made his mark. Like,
No, you have a good point.
yeah, you gotta give him credit.
You
for
have a good point.
having his name.
I just thought everything was so strategic, and every time I look at it, I notice something else, like who's where, how they place the people, like
it's very intentional.
the one thing that actually they were talking about this on the read, so shout out to them, and then I went and looked for it. When she throws her ring at the end of
camera?
Don't Hurt Yourself, yeah, and then it comes back onto her like somewhere in between like sandcastles.
Oh my
and,
gosh.
Yeah, and for, like it was like I was like, oh shit. So I'm like,
We're gonna be
looking for-
analyzing this like
Girl,
in years to
forever,
come about like
forever.
what hot sauce is her
is
baseball
the
bat.
bat. Yeah, it was just I love the. I mean, Sandcastle. So I was talking to a mentor, and I was having a meeting with her, and this is somebody who has an entire wall
Dedicated to Beyonce.
screened of
Really?
Beyonce. Yes, so. Shit was really funny because when I walked in, there was another male in the meeting, and I was like, just so you know, like, peep the game. So we're going to talk about Lemonade first because this is important. And she was like, girl, sandcastles. And I was just like, she was like, I was crying. I was a mess. I was just like, yeah, I was like, it was visually moving to watch the whole thing. And then
Give a
the
description.
end, oh, well, just, it's like a ballad with like very soft piano and like her and Jay-Z just cuddling around in the bed. And
That's how you took it, coupling. So Sandcastles is the one video that basically Jay-Z is. So Sandcastles is basically the one video that Jay-Z is in, and that's the one that I was like, yo, if you really look and study the positioning, she's in a power position.
Yes.
That's more like
okay.
occupied by a man, and Jay-Z is more like the nurturing. I am here to be like more so like I'm here to like cuddle underneath you type of thing. So basically, it's like her at a piano. She's singing, and then she's reading a newspaper and like almost like working, and then Jay-Z is kind of like cuddling up next to her. And I was like, yo, if you look at like the positioning of like
all
the
just
dominance
power
in this
dynamics,
video, it's amazing. And then he's at her feet. I was like, yo, she better be a boss in this.
So
We should play it for you. I'm gonna play it for you right now.
Are never in that position with their girl.
I'm saying
I think stereotypically
The way that
no.
you see things in movies, on TV,
Alright.
and shows, etc., it's
Now-
always the man sitting up working and the woman kind of like
Yeah,
I don't know
especially
if
in hip hop.
yeah, and then the woman is like kind of cuddled underneath or like under your arm or whatever, and like it's a completely
Y'all should
different.
have y'all should have prepped.
Here we go.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah.
Here we go.
I gotta watch
I
it.
feel like
Don't worry, I have it right here. We're gonna find it. I don't know if this is the beginning or the end.
How long is this?
It's a full hour of like.
The end.
I
Then
think it's the beginning. Go back.
hold on. It's
Could do it on my iPad.
second verse. That's what.
So go back.
We can say here.
The lyrics are funny.
She was upset too.
I was like, she was crying in the studio. Right. She's kissing his hand. We don't know who this is at this moment. They haven't revealed his face.
That'll be Jay.
I'm like,
You know, you might have an actor stepping in place, so it's like the build up to it's Jay.
Everybody knows
why
who
would
it
we
is.
think it was somebody else?
Like, it's all about her.
It's a good example now.
And she doesn't have her ring on the whole time.
But they don't wear rings.
His ring is on in this video, and hers is not.
Good observation.
Bruh, this is what I'm saying. Like, you gotta watch the shit for the details.
Boom!
I was just like, girl, I got hot watching that shit now, and it was cold in here.
You know, everyone listening to this podcast, like, just looked at everything that they just looked at, and then this feels like when you do something messed up with your girl, and then she tells her girls, and they're like, "Girl, did you see the way?" And they blow it out of a voice. I'm looking at this like, yo, I've seen.
Completely.
This is completely it. Like, y'all sit around and talking about this. Like, if I just saw this in the barbershop, I'd like, yo, keep it pushing. Jay's hand. Jay got his girl. Him and his girl minding their business. All right, keep it chucking.
They did a video.
Y'all over here like
They did a video
in here.
together. Y'all look at the power dynamics. What?
Like, I didn't see any of that. I saw it when you said it, I'm like, okay, I guess he's at her
Oh
feet.
my god, that was so
But
weird.
I guess every black woman in America that likes Beyonce is that angry best friend.
Yeah. Dog. I'm so glad you showed that because I wanted to say that beforehand. I was like, I don't even have to see it.
When they said it, I thought Jay was gonna be like bowed, like Beyonce's gonna ascend
exactly.
over him.
Like, please
And
pay
like,
attention to me.
and drop crumbs like he was in there being a boyfriend. He was in there being a boyfriend. Like, I
I mean, he did. Like the ring part, like that's pretty.
I'm not paying no
That's
like
big.
that's all so petty. It's so petty.
Wow.
Petty.
Yeah.
So we can paint the picture like, yo, Jay was on the other side. He was laying at the foot of the bed. He was watching ESPN. He was like, that's what
Exactly, dog.
if my girl's like up reading a book, I'm like, my feet were both flipped. His feet had to be somewhere. They didn't shoot that. Where's his feet? His feet are up there in her face.
It's not his video, so no one cares.
Huh? But that, if we're looking at what's unspoken in the video, you gotta look at what's unspoken.
But I think that's the cool. That's like what it's drawing.
Huh?
Focus to the fact that he doesn't matter.
I
Like
haven't
is what he's saying. Like,
That was the
That's
best
ridiculous.
description
That
ever.
was-
Because it's such a different perspective of what you
And
saw.
that's
versus,
probably
like,
very much what the male.
Yeah, but like that's it. That's
Like they
exactly
all
it.
probably are like, okay, we don't get it.
Like, low key, I bet most of us feel like that about Beyonce anyway. No, she's dope, she's beautiful, she's talented, all that shit. My nigga, she is not a god, and you see what she wants you to see. Y'all know y'all don't know her, right? Like y'all
You better
are
calm the
aware.
fuck down. First of all,
I
of
think
course we all see
Uh,
because she's amazing. And
Mac,
we-
you probably know
If
the
anything,
far
she
out of
tried-
our-
she
we saw
did,
the
like-
elevator too. We wasn't supposed to see that, but shit.
I think it's funny because she like. I think what she aimed to do was the opposite of what she did. So like I think what she aimed to do was show that she's like very human with this.
Yes,
and like
absolutely,
the struggles.
yes,
And then
yes,
everyone still like escalated it and was like, she's the
Beehive don't
goddess.
stop.
Yeah.
And I feel
I'm
like
part of Beehive.
that was
She's
not.
She's dope. I mean, I think she's like a once in a generation talent.
Yes,
but like
that's a good.
the fact that like whoever the joint was, he cheated with, like her fans like attacked this woman.
Okay, wait.
And her child.
They
Let's talk
attacked-
about
yeah,
that.
And they attacked
Oh,
a woman
who
with a
is
similar
Wait,
name.
wait.
Who is this?
So Rachel Roy is evidently
I heard
It's
Rachel's
a
Roy's
layered
name.
story.
Rachel
Is-
Roy was formerly married to
Dame Dash.
To Dame Dash. She
Dame
was a partner
Dash.
in Rockefeller Music.
Good for her.
So it's rumored that
It's always
this
been rumored.
Met Gala, circa was it 2013?
Yeah, when
Was it
Solange went
2014,
off.
2013, 2014, where that whole elevator scene with Solange beat Jay's ass.
Where was cussing him out
precipitated
and-
by
Yeah.
him flirting with Rachel Roy in front of Beyonce.
Who it had been rumored that like once Dame died, like there was something between them.
Died?
Dame Dash died?
Sorry,
Girl,
sorry.
Aaliyah.
Like,
Now that's what we need
Once
to
they
talk about.
Aaliyah.
once they got divorced.
Once
Was it
Aaliyah passed away,
because Dame
he
and
got
Jay
with Rachel
like basically had a
Roy.
whole falling out, and so it was like
I'ma fuck your bitch.
basically in less aggressive words, and so
Sorry.
they were like flirting and whatever. So all of the Beehive, and I'm a Beyonce stan. Y'all know that I love Beyonce, but there's never a day where I attack another person on behalf of somebody I don't know.
Like,
So the Hive went
what do
after
you mean
Rachel.
attack? Like they
Like,
They verbally assaulted this girl.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Like her
Oh,
like,
no, no, no,
Instagram
oh,
comments,
wait,
her
wait,
Instagram comments, her
let's give a
Twitter.
full-
Just
give
to
a
let
full
you know,
recap.
on Wikipedia, it literally
They said,
died. Like, she died.
It said Rachel Roy died due to, what is it, at a lemonade stand.
At a lemonade stand.
Like-
on the day that Beyonce's album got
Yes.
released.
Not
It
only
was
that,
that bad. It was
not only that, the problem I have with
It's
the Beehive
amazing.
is that people are ignorant, and that Rachel Ray got dragged into this.
Rachel Ray, who just wants to make a nice cupcake and a 10-minute dinner.
I like Rachel Ray.
Like
I do too.
the
It's so
Beehive
good.
ended up going after her, and she was just like, "Hey y'all, like I be on the Food Network.
I
don't.
I got a
know.
show that comes on every day.
That's
I
so
don't know
crazy how
any
your,
of this.
how your Twitter could pop on a mistake.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? But that just shows you A, how strong Beehive is, and B, how ignorant people are. But
Right.
See, that's
Why
great.
did people
That's great
think
that
it was
how you didn't say how
because it's
ignorant
Rachel
the
Ray
Beehive-
versus Rachel
Beehive
Roy, the
is.
names are similar.
Why did people
She
think
didn't
it
say-
was Rachel
Oh,
Roy
let's go
in the
back.
first
Sorry, we're gonna
place?
rewind.
It's crazy
People
how
thought it was-
powerful the Beehive is,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
how ignorant
So people
the
thought it was
Beehive is.
Rachel Roy because Rachel Roy posted the same night as
yeah.
as Lemonade Drop. She posted so and so with the good hair is happy and proud and doesn't like drama or something to that effect.
Yeah, her Instagram
She
said
implicated
something about
She
it.
implicated herself. She brought
did.
herself into this web of foolishness, and she should have learned from other past incidences. Don't fuck with the Beehive.
But then there's also like Rita Ora because she was all hooked up
Yeah.
on Jay-Z.
Rita Ora just seems like a messy bitch who don't care. I feel like she probably did mess with Jay-Z, but she's like, hey, I mean, I'm not doing it no more, y'all. Like, y'all ain't gotta attack me.
And then there was Iggy Azalea who feels like Becky is reverse racism when you refer to white people.
Did I-
Iggy Azalea just shouldn't talk. Like,
She should actually
She should just not.
go get
I
her-
sent you the screenshot or something.
Did I
I
post it?
I don't remember, but it was really funny.
She's just not intelligent.
the very smart brothers.
You know
the
what?
very smart
You know what we're
brothers.
gonna do? We're just gonna stop talking about her in general because she doesn't deserve any more of my breath.
Yeah, because we did talk about her last episode where we dragged her
That's how I
ass
felt.
for getting cheated on by some Lakers player. But
Yeah.
anyway, so
Ugly Australia can go
catching it
on
rough,
somewhere, or whatever her name is. And
Right.
I'm done with her.
Black women do not like her.
Yeah, but
But like
I
no one
really
likes
don't
her.
know
Like
why-
people
why, though?
who
Did she
sees
say
talent.
something like one day? They're like
Iggy Azalea, I mean
yeah.
Iggy Azalea, you mean Ugly Australia said something? Yeah. She
What'd she say?
she tried to rap as a Southern black artist and
Oh wait,
then
but,
began
I mean,
saying that her body is real, but we all know that shit is fake. And what
she
else has
came
she
for
done?
Beyonce.
Oh, she came for the Beehive.
She did come.
So
She did
what?
come for Beyonce.
So what I'm hearing is
right.
Wait, no, but there's
she
more-
woke up one day and did her job.
No, it's
Uh-huh.
been multiple instances. I'm sorry. What made me really get disgusted about?
I know
Beehive?
Azalea Banks was beefing with her. I saw
But
that.
nobody cares.
But also she's not an artist.
Well, there's a lot of non-artists. I don't
Yeah,
think
exactly.
we talked to.
I'm sorry. In my category of artistry, she's not.
So why do we hate
What are we
her?
talking about?
Iggy?
Ugly Australia?
Oh,
Why
I didn't know
are
we were
we-
talking
Well, I
about Azalea
think
Banks.
with rap, it's most rappers right there with music, right?
So why are we
And
beefing
she
with
does-
Iggy
does-
Azalea?
So Ugly Australia.
Oh,
is-
didn't because she won rap song of the
That
year?
is why, because she's getting accolades for not having talent. That's why. Thank you.
She won an award that she shouldn't have.
Now
won.
I don't know.
Still not fair.
I was,
What?
huh?
I love the male to female.
I hear it. I'm all about
appreciate
black people, like J. Cole should have won it, but or whoever.
I mean,
Kendrick.
I think it's
Or
like similar
Kendrick.
to how do you guys feel when Macklemore won?
Exactly.
But then he's more respectful about
Yeah.
it. So
he
it's
wrote his
different.
next album
No,
on,
you-
on basically white.
I don't think he should have won
Guilt.
either, but I'm not.
But I'm not over here. I'm not over here like
yeah.
Black Lamore or you're throwing us. I'm like, all right, he shouldn't have won.
maybe
It's not a
Right, that's it.
Macklemore
There
problem.
were a few because I was with her before she became super famous. I forgot what happened, but it was I guess small and petty enough where I was just like I don't fuck with her anymore. But she did something or something happened in the media where I was just like I can't ride with her.
I
She's outwardly vocal. Also, she said something about I forgot.
See, now we need you to say if you don't have
Honestly, because you
don't
know
have a
why?
reason.
Because I don't give my breath or time or energy to her.
Nah.
Moving along.
She just went in Black Awards.
Back to Beyonce. Oh my God.
She went in Black Awards.
You see what she's doing?
Justin Timberlake over here putting
Do
on
you see
what?
But everybody loves Justin. But you see what she's doing, right?
Good.
No, that's not a good reason.
But you see, she's detracting us from Beyonce right now, and that's a problem. Back to Beyonce.
I hear you.
Like, it's taking me actually so long to remember why I don't like her that I had to.
That's what I'm saying. If you can't remember why you hate somebody,
It might be petty, but I don't
Why
care.
do you not
It's
like
the height.
Justin?
I like
It's not
Justin.
Oh, then why
We
do
all
you
do.
It was an
think
example. Like
Right,
we,
but Justin has a black
Justin-
card. Like, if you
Absolutely.
You,
We was right
Robin
here.
Thicke got a black card. Apparently, yeah, he
Not
has a black
anymore.
card.
I
his
mean,
black
He
card
got
got
his tip.
revoked.
It didn't
I
get
know.
revoked. He just cheated on his black woman. But
People
Exactly. I
cheat.
think that's the difference. Like when they have like a black partner, that's
Yeah.
when things.
Oh,
'Cause I
so
think
the
a
white
lot of
woman.
black men
Iggy
really
got a black
like-
partner.
That's
Iggy-
why black women don't like her. Like, let's be honest. Like,
Let's be
I
honest.
don't really
all
like
right,
her
all right, all right.
fiance.
I'll interject and say that's not the reason I don't like her.
Why
I-
don't
What
I
we
can
talked
get-
about last
like-
night.
We did. It's not the reason I don't like her. I mean, and also we can broach that subject too.
Yep.
I want to hear that subject.
Interracial dating, which we tried to get into last time, but it didn't really work. As D's giving me a face
No, I'm reading things.
about Australia.
I'm here for the interracial dating.
All
piece.
right, question to the fellas in the room.
Oh
So-
yeah, I mean we could talk about that because it also ties into Lemonade. At the end, the whole video is like about love, and so it shows her mom getting remarried, her wedding with
Her
Jay-Z.
mom got remarried to the guy from
Richard
the Parkers.
Lawson.
I love me some Richard Lawson, and let me tell you something. I love. Wait, what did you say from the Parkers? From the Parkers, from
From everything.
sister, from everything.
Yeah.
First of all, let me tell you something right now. I love Miss Tina Lawson's Instagram page. She's like that. She's like that grandma that everybody loves to follow because she's so regular and cool and chill and like she's like, I'm at Costco, y'all. Follow me. I'm at the beach with my grandbabies enjoying the rays of this sunshine. Because guess what? I'm retired. My daughter's rich as fuck, and I can do whatever the fuck I want to.
She
Because
said
I
that.
found love again at 60 plus years old.
Good
No,
for her.
she didn't say that, but that's what happened.
That's
So
implied.
basically, at the end, it's like
And also, can I just interject and say really quickly? I'm gonna let her. But my friend who shout out to Tequila Whitfield, she's an actress in Atlanta. We both went to the Beyonce concert this past Sunday, and she was like, "Oh yeah, you know, Miss Tina invited me." Yeah, I was at the concert. That's a whole nother subject, which might take up an entire episode. She was like, "Yeah, you know, Miss Tina invited me to be a guest tonight, and yeah, I'm getting my makeup done tonight because I'm meeting Beyonce."
What?
Drops mic. I had a slight heart attack.
You met Beyonce? You met Beyonce?
No,
She met
her
Beyonce.
friend.
She was Beyonce's mom's
makeup done.
guest.
To meet
And
Beyonce.
she literally met. First they have a dinner before the concert. So her dinner was at like the concert was at 7:30 and dinner was at like 5 or something. No, dinner was at like 6. And so she had to go to Phillips Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. She had dinner with the family and all the dancers and Beyonce and whoever else is on the tour. And then after that, they had like they're backstage doing whatever. And then they had tickets to the show and they watched the show. And then after the show, she met Beyonce. And I'm still having slight heart palpitations because I feel like I experienced it slightly through her. But yeah.
So, like, you were
So
there.
Tequila
at the
is an
concert.
actress, and she played on a show where Richard Lawson was her dad. So that's how they became close.
Okay. Richard Lawson's daughter is not not.
First of all, she
18.
doesn't age. Yeah, we'll go on about that because I feel like we're getting looks up here. Go ahead, D. Go ahead, D. We didn't mean to interject too quickly. Sorry.
just glossed over that shit. Okay, so
I'm here to sidebar conversation. What y'all talking about?
anyway, at the end it was all these love like couples and stuff, and it was male partners, female partners, and then there was like a couple interracial. But it was so funny because I remember like on Twitter people were like there were no white people in the video. Like in the whole hour it was only like 3
Like I said,
white people.
intentional.
But one of the white people I remember seeing was at the end, and it was what wasn't it like
Interracial couple.
Yeah, it was an interracial gay couple or something like that. And I mean, how do you said you want to talk about it? How do you feel about interracial?
No, we were gonna
How
talk
do I
about
feel
like.
about interracial gay couples?
No,
That's
it's
my
not.
business.
Interracial.
So the
That's none of my
question
business.
at hand is, all right. So men in the room, have you ever dated outside of your race?
Oh, we've talked about this.
Yeah.
Yes, from what's your
Mac.
name? Mac. Sorry.
Thank you.
Ron Mexico has kept it inside the race.
Okay. You never dated outside your race?
Me neither.
Have you ever smashed outside of your race? Oh wow.
Hey now. Me too.
I went to
Oh, D has never.
yeah,
dated
I went
for-
to a
Really?
black college, so I didn't get that chance.
I went to the whitest,
You
one
had-
of the whitest schools in the South, and I didn't either. I was
Really?
like, fuck that, yeah.
Well, I didn't do anything when I was in college, actually. Think about it now.
Anyway, have you dated? Yes.
Has
C has dated.
Has
C
Wawa.
has dated outside of her race.
Yes.
What about you, Raquel? You have?
Hey, girl.
Really?
How was
I'm
it
actually
for
a little
you?
surprised by that. What?
For you guys that have dated outside the race, how's it been? Not worth it?
Nope.
Matt?
I'm not gonna say not worth it,
So
but
hot.
we talked about this. Like I'm not really like into white girls.
But there are
Well,
other
there's
people.
other
explain why.
races. There's
Can you
other
explain why?
races
Whoa,
too.
well, like okay.
Oh,
I'm
whoa,
like,
whoa.
I'm
smash.
like, what?
Right.
Like, there are
Yeah,
other
but like
people.
I have the most experience as far as outside of the black race with white women. So I've like maybe like hung out with like an Asian girl or like went on a date with an Indian girl, but most of my experience was with white people, so that's what I can speak to.
Gotcha.
I forgot all about
Why
it.
don't you like or prefer white?
Well, just my experience, and this just might be the people. Right? It's the cultural thing, and it goes
Sure.
more so than like what you're into as far as like what you accept and how you view people, and or especially like people that maybe aren't like are as educated as you or on a different like socioeconomic sector and everything. It's
Just
not.
a lot of
Yeah, it's a difference. That's just with the people I've dated though. I'm sure it's not like that for everybody. So for me, it wasn't like a
Raquel?
thing.
Raquel.
I mean, I don't know what to say. I feel like I've dated maybe like 2 black guys, and the rest were of some different
That's beautiful.
color. Yeah.
But what, I mean, is the
Good for
rest
you.
one or is the rest like
No, they've been like, some of them have been white, some of them have been Indian, some of them have been other types of Asian.
You better be progressive, girl.
Hispanic. Like, I don't really, I've like, my parents always ask, but like, they know that I'm very accepting. My father was just like, I mean, as long as you really like the person, like, I don't care who you bring home.
That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
completely.
But I
agree with that.
think it's, I mean, I was always raised as a minority, like,
And you're West Coast based.
I'm West Coast
You're raised on the
based,
West
so
Coast.
it's just very,
It's a little
yeah.
different.
Yeah.
You
I feel like I was raised not in one way or another, but I've always just been like pro black. Like I don't
I
think
feel like your family is very much like, yeah, I'm raising my fist right now.
yeah.
But like, even though you're raised in a kind of like, you know, I don't want to say privileged, but like in a diverse, like affluent environment.
So you guys
Yeah.
are raised in a diverse environment. I'm from like an all black community, went to black college.
Hey, Atlanta.
Same here. Like I all black. My brother only dates black chicks. I need to take this back. I had dipped
forgot.
outside of my race
Indian, Latina.
to some form of Asian.
Okay.
Why do you say it
Southeast?
like that? It's just
No, that was
remember.
I couldn't
He
really.
can't remember.
I couldn't really grab
You like the country?
geographical location.
Not really.
Not really good with
You see how late
geography.
it took him to even remember that shit? Like,
You can see I was already messing up. Nothing against her, just couldn't really remember. But yeah, once. No.
That was funny.
Yeah, nah.
How was your experience? I feel like out of everyone in here, you had probably the longest relationship with someone outside of our race.
I want to go down that. Okay.
Okay.
No,
And we
No,
can
it's-
we can cut
yeah,
that out
it's
entirely.
really
Weren't they like white?
Yeah, anyway,
all right, back
so,
to.
Do you want to talk about it? Do you not want to talk about that?
Wait, ask me the question again. What am I answering?
How
How do you?
was
Yeah.
it?
How did you
okay.
feel? Have you been like in a
I
long
talk
term
about how
relationship
terrible
with
it's
someone?
been dating black
So
people.
dating outside your race is
I'm
a
ready
little
for it.
different, but having one thing I will say about it is this: I don't know if it's just coming from like an ignorant standpoint of only dating within your race, where people have like certain commonality with whether it's like what you watch growing up, or like you know what you watch on TV, or like certain like black things that are funny that you know shit like that. When I dated outside of my race, I found myself like explaining that a little bit more often than I wanted to. But then I realized like dating a guy who just wasn't really raised around like black American culture, even if he is black himself, like I've discovered that too. You know what I mean? So for me, it became stares. You get I think just because being in a double minority group, you become more accustomed to stares. But when you're with a person who is of the who is of privilege and is of a position where they don't get stares, they don't see the stares. So like whenever
about actual facial expressions,
true.
I'm talking about like I walk into a room.
But you said stares, and I thought you were talking about like levels of the relationship.
Oh, yeah.
So
like people glaring.
you mean looking at people.
Like I walk into a room with a white man next to me, or we're holding hands or something like that, and people's heads turn, and I get like people staring at me for longer than they probably need to.
Interesting.
But it's funny because we were talking about this last night. Like, you know, the worst stares ever in life are black men.
That is very
looking, which is angry as hell.
Which is ironic because
is it?
Yeah, I don't.
Black men date outside their race statistically way more than black women. Like
what I have been told specifically is like, nah. I mean, they can have a black girl, but not this black. Like, you too cute for that. Like, nah, we need.
I'm not gonna lie. I saw a black girl on the train. Hugged up with the creepiest, weirdest.
But they do say black women who date white men, the white men are not attractive.
Well, they
That's
say,
like statistically.
I mean,
which is terrible.
Wait,
that's all relative.
Wait, you saw a black on the train that what?
Yeah, she was like all hugged up with like a creepy, weird white dude, and I was like, what? Like I just kept, I was staring, and I had to stop myself because I'm probably making them feel uncomfortable. And they were like behind me. They were like, what is happening?
We all been there. All the way around. We all been there though.
But I get it, like, and that is to each his own. Like I like, this might sound bad. I think most of the black guys in my family have white women.
Oh, wow.
Most of them. Yeah, me and my brother are the only ones that held out for a long-term contract. But we're both on the edge. You believe, like, we're looking over there like, you guys are happy? Everything is good? Okay, all right.
We might have to try this out.
Okay, first off, I think, like, race... You're gonna experience the same shit in a relationship, no matter who you date,
girl.
No,
like,
you can.
Listen,
We know that black women are God.
Let me finish my sentence. Let me finish my sentence.
Yes, hashtag.
There's levels.
That don't mean I want to date God.
I don't.
See, there you go.
I'm not. All right.
I'm not.
Don't continue.
I'm just saying, like, you still gonna have the same problems of like this person might snore or like this person smells bad or like doesn't turn the faucet off when they leave the room or so. Like the little things that you
small things.
Yeah, I'm not thinking about those things. Okay, keep going. Yeah.
But like I'm just saying, tendencies wise, like your differences, like you're gonna have differences with people no matter who you date. You talking about larger scale stuff like stairs in a room or I don't know, cultural differences that you have to explain. Like we still have that too. Like you and I come from completely different backgrounds. Like those are cultural differences. If I was gonna date, I mean, I'm not gonna date you.
She's pointing at me, y'all. Wow.
Yeah, I realize you're a bad example for this because we're not gonna date each other. But like,
but if two black people could be from like I'm from New York, I'm from Southern California.
Yeah, like that's completely culturally different too. Like you might date inside your race and have the same level of like. But there's an underlying feature when it comes to the black experience, especially being as an American, being a black American. You say that
because there's certain things that you do fundamentally have. You fundamentally have.
I don't think everyone.
I don't
agree.
Not
everybody. You're just super black because we're from Atlanta.
Some people really do not. I mean, I like.
See, think about all the black people voting for Donald Trump. Those people don't have the same black experience or underlying.
No, you're right. You're right. And I want to let me be very clear. Like, people are people. We all have differences in our views in life and everything like that. And that's why I was saying, like, it doesn't matter if you dated a black guy who doesn't understand who the Tommy reference is when all my friends call me Tommy, and they're talking about a nigga from Martin who didn't have a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could apply to anybody across the board. But I think fundamentally, because
I didn't get that right.
Oh shit.
That's bad news.
I can see it on your face.
Oh, that's what you're laughing.
She's like, I have some weird friends that don't get it. Whatever.
I'm like a long
She's just
time.
like, she's like, how do people not know who Tommy is? And Raquel's in there like,
I don't know.
Wait, really?
But see, and that's
I did watch Martin, but
also generationally, she probably didn't get the context too.
But
what do you mean generationally? I hate when you do that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but she has a lot.
She actually said Martin. She said Martin.
She said Martin.
She gave that T in there. She gave it 10.
I think that's
you watch Martin.
It is. I love it. No, I love it because this is the beauty of black people. We all different.
But that does speak to something about you assuming that your experience is the black experience.
That is wow.
That's wow.
That's deep.
And to tie it back, and I mean to tie it back to Lemonade because that's what everything is obviously about. At this point.
I don't know if that's the black experience.
No, what I was gonna say, it expresses so many different.
Isn't the black experience.
And no, it expresses a different.
Ooh, that just reminded me. Keep going. I'm gonna go back to it.
Just different sides of the black experience. Like,
sorry, you just reminded me.
like, I wasn't gonna wait. Go ahead.
No, you just reminded me. So I watched Baby Boy when I was in middle school.
Girl.
When did Baby Boy come out? Like 01? No, I would have been in high school.
Google search.
Okay.
Later.
The interwebs can tell us.
Somewhere
But Baby
around
Boy with Taraji P. Henson and Tyrese was like my
And Ving Rhames, don't forget him.
was my introduction. It was walking in the kitchen with ass out. Was my introduction 2000. I was good. Okay, that was my introduction into like a Black American household.
Joe did.
You serious?
Yeah, because mind you, as a youth though, like okay, so here, listen. So have you seen Baby Boy? No, it's okay. It's okay. Raquel hasn't seen, but she's from the West Coast. Raquel hasn't seen Baby Boy, but it's all good. It's all
That
good.
movie like set in
I've
California.
like
It is set in
I've
California.
seen it so many times, but like
It's okay. So listen. So Baby Boy is about basically
Don't feel
Tyrese's
ashamed.
character.
It's okay. It's not a good movie.
I've seen it. Yeah, it didn't sound.
But
good,
it's also
yeah,
like
to
a
be
quintessential
It-
black
but it
experience.
is
honest. I've
something
seen
you
the
have
other ones. I've seen The Wood. I've seen Basketball.
She said the other ones.
It's all good. It's all good. Listen, I'm not judging your black card.
Oh
Listen,
my God.
You're good. But I think that's also fundamental in the fact that, like,
You should
looking
play-
at that movie from
Card revoked.
a juvenile perspective, because I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I'm like prepubescent at that point, right? And I'm also like being introduced to like a world of relationships and like the world of like the Black dating relationships and the world of like living like in low income housing and being kind of like, you know, in that whole mentality. So I've never seen like a relationship from the inside. You know what I'm saying? I've only seen the outside. So me being like a 14-year-old kid, I was 14. 14-year-old kid watching Baby Boy, I was like, oh my gosh, why they arguing? Why she so hood? Why she so good? Why she yelling at him? Like, why does she have a baby father? Why does he have another baby mother? I thought, why aren't they married yet and they want to have a kid? Like, to me, all these things are playing in a part
There's layers.
that wasn't in my reality. If you understand what
Understood,
I'm coming from.
100%.
I lost my train of thought
why?
of where I was going to that point because we got so distracted.
We all have
But
a different black experience.
We all have a
yeah.
different black
So,
experience, and so
I don't live the same life as Baby Boy.
Right.
the point is
I don't
that
know if any of us.
everyone will have different perspectives about the experience,
So, here goes.
Beyonce or otherwise.
Is there
in terms of-
one underlying theme in all black in the entire
skin is
black
darker.
experience?
Yes.
Is there like one thing
answering
we
all of the
experience?
answering all of the aspirational questions.
We can say nigga.
I think you.
But a
get
lot of black people
different
don't want to say
stares.
Huh?
You get treated differently. I think.
Like, oh, we
Like
all
that's an
get treated.
underlying experience. Like black people get treated differently.
Not all black people get treated differently though.
Wait,
don't
which
think-
At,
which
at some point, I would
I
argue
think
maybe.
even
Yeah.
like the passing people, if you tell
Even if you're
people that
passable,
you're black,
yeah.
that you immediately get treated
Touche.
differently.
Okay.
Now you have to tell people just looking. Oh,
Some white people like try to claim you though. I don't know.
Oh,
They do.
he will. Like
Oh,
try to
you
claim
can
you as a
play-
black
You
friend.
been trying
Yeah.
to
Magic, you
They
can play.
will try to claim you as a black friend.
Is that like a bright ass guy?
Or like your half black friend when you're not half white. I've done
Yeah.
that.
Wait, you said what?
Wait,
Say
what?
that again?
What?
Say that
Like my white friends have told me that my mom was white when my mom is not white.
Is your mom like high yellow? Is that
She's like a little bit dark. Both of my parents are like a little bit darker than me.
Oh wait, they hadn't seen your
No.
mom.
Yeah, they've never met either of my
Oh,
parents, and
they
they're
were
like,
just
"Your
like-
mom is white and your dad is black because of the color you are in the hair." And I was
Oh, my heart just got tight. Oh,
Look at that.
oh, actually, why am I acting like that? I get all kinds of shit. I went to get my nails done, pedicure, and the lady was like, "Your skin is." So, I'm sorry to imitate the voice. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. But the lady at the
Racism is killing me inside.
like,
the lady at the nail shop was like, "Oh my gosh, your skin is so soft." She's like, "Are you half Asian?"
"Oh no."
And I said, "Does it appear that I would be half Asian at any point?"
I don't know. I just think
But
that
because people try to project their own, I guess, stereotypes of what I guess blackness or their own race should
yeah,
be,
for sure.
they think that obviously you can't be fully black in order for you to have this kind of
Yeah.
ideal of beauty. Or how my client in Miami said, "You're the prettiest little black brother I've ever seen."
But is that unique to blackness though? Because like if you're Asian, do you get treated differently too?
They're
If you're
minority.
Asian,
I
if
think
you're-
minority.
if you're
is-
minority.
Obviously, they must be really smart in math. These are the stereotypes.
Oh,
that come with-
yeah,
But
you
there
guys
was a
watch,
New York Times article, like a whole series about the
Fresh off
Asians
the boat?
and how they're considered like
Oh.
the token minority and how it hurts them. And
But
so
it's
forth.
so Dr. Umar, when he talked about that? You listen to that?
Oh, man.
Oh, was that Dr. Umar?
What the hell are y'all talking
Was it
about?
Dr.
He's
Umar?
actually he talks about
When he was
It's
like,
really dope.
he was like, oh, what did he
Like
say? It
financial
might not have been Dr. Umar, but whoever it was, they were talking about like, oh no, it was Eric Thomas, the motivational speaker. He was like, they are good at math because that's the expectation. You can't come home with a C on your math and like take that shit back, right? Mm-hmm. So like all black, my mom was like, you're not coming home and you're not the starting fullback. Don't come home if you're not playing. Yeah. If you're not balling, you're not in this family if you're not a baller. Yeah, that was my experience. So, like,
so it's expectation.
You have to make your expectations.
Yeah, I grew up in a very Asian community, and so I saw it very firsthand where they went to school after going to school.
Do y'all watch Fresh Off the Boat?
Nah.
I do watch.
It's
kind of similar to Blackish in the sense it's like giving the Asian experience, from an Asian lens, like an actual Asian lens, and
an Asian American lens.
Yeah, Asian. But it's accurate. Like I think my next door neighbors are Asian, so I used to babysit them all the time. They'd come home, they do all this come home. School after school, piano lessons every day, all this. And I'm just like, oh, this is really your life. Some of it is stereotypes, but some of it is also just the expectation of the community. The level at which you have to achieve is just, that's what it is. So
that's real.
So what is expected from us in each individual home is black children. Mm-hmm. What was expected from us? Mm-hmm. I know for me it was to be
football.
Like all my family plays football.
But that's real too, because you can literally become a millionaire overnight. Yeah. And that's sport. That's you know what I'm saying.
It's not. It's probably
black
not.
men. It's different.
That's not the reason.
I don't know if black women have that. I don't know what. I was doing. For my thesis was about black female expectations and stuff like that. And
of course it was.
How convenient. We have an expert.
And I feel like black men have this expect that they have they can be overnight stars, or not really overnight because you're working very hard. But I don't know what black women have besides marrying the football player, marrying the rapper, or something. I don't know if black women really.
Beyonce.
I mean,
it's funny because
is that really what it is for Black America? For those expectations, or is that really what?
I mean, not for my family, but I think
the things that we see is if you have a ball in your hand, you might make it, kind of thing. I think it's not maybe an expectation, but it's an aspiration more so. If you're good at this one thing,
no, that's a terrible thing. But as we look at Asian children and say that's a smart kid in math. We already know. I'm looking on his paper, or you can look at it like anyone else and be like, okay, that kid is doing this. You look at Tyrone in the back. You're like, get that boy a ball and let him work. Get that boy a ball and let him work it. Right? And that was the same thing for me, right? So. I mean, you're gonna live out your expectations. I lived out my people were like, oh, he can ball. Let's let him ball. Yeah. Luckily, I kind of picked out I need to fucking.
So the one thing that I've learned now as an adult is I coach soccer at a inner city charter school for 7th and 8th grade.
That's cool.
Mostly black kids.
That's cool. Yeah. Good for you.
Thank you. And it's really interesting to watch them, because I have kids who come to practice in games and say I can't play today because of my grades this week, and I'm like, well, what were you doing this week that you decided that you couldn't do your homework or whatever, and I have to actually talk to them about it, what's the issue, why is there no standard for that, and I see some of the parents, it's the parents, some of the parents are there every game, every practice watching their kid, and then I have one mom who's never been on time to pick her kid up. Mm-hmm. And she coming in sweats, from the house. She not doing nothing. She just coming late. And so it's what does he learn from his parents? What is being instilled in him? What's his expectation? I don't know. And it's just interesting to interact with them because they're at that age right now where it's the cusp. 7th and 8th grade, you about to go to high school. You're going to have your life together. What are we expecting of you as a community? What do we think that you're going to achieve? And I don't think they have any direction for that, Mm-hmm.
I have 2 points. My kids will have black teachers. I don't really feel like my kids will have. I want, and I kind of low key want my wife to be a teacher. Okay. I feel like that's really important. So like if I could pick if I
a
meet
teacher or like a professor, like
I need her to be an educator. Like you're like you know the importance of like even looking at black faces on the wall in your home is very important to a young child. Number two, when I was going to do Teach for America, they flew us down to New Orleans, and the guy was talking to us. He was like, "Man, listen, I need you here." Like they got kids out here playing football with ankle. What is it called?
Ankle bracelet.
House arrest break. I don't even know what it's called. Thank God I don't know what it's called. Thank God I'm confused on that. But they're like you can't raise a young black man with that mentality.
Yeah.
Like, and I know that, but the white coaches are like, yo, let him ball. If he's balling, as soon as he can't carry that rock no more, lock him up.
Yeah, that's what. But white people look at it in a one-dimensional place as that's the way to save him. Like, it's either he balling or he gonna go to jail. Whereas a black man be like, nigga, that's not his only option. Like, he can straighten his life up.
I mean, but look at what they see in the media. If white people don't. If they're not interacting with black people, then they're looking at the media and they think that we're all the same. Like low income only can rap.
I taught for 2 years and that's exactly how it was. Like luckily I tutored the same student for 3 years and he got into college and he's in school now. But like there were so many of his peers that were just like, oh yeah, man, I'm about to be out here balling, and like went to community college for 2 months and that was it. Like. And nobody has said anything to them since. You know, they just out here working at the local, you know, froyo, whatever it is, and that's it. Like there's no maybe the level of expectation is just missing.
But are those the expectations though? Are these kids like this because they didn't have these expectations? Your expectation is to ball to get you out the hood. Is that realistic in Black America right now? Like, is that really?
Maybe not as much right now. Maybe not as much right now.
So what is it now? I grew up in like an all Black community. Sports was huge. A lot of kids had that mentality, but I don't want to say most kids in my high school didn't. Most kids in my high school were like, yo, I gotta figure out a way to go to college.
Word.
That's how my house was. That's the next step, and then I'll figure it out from there. But a lot of cats were like, yo, balling is my way out. And you're like, nigga, you're in 10th grade and you go to class every day. You can figure out another way. There's still time. Like,
have y'all seen the memes? I'm sure where it's like hashtag when ball is life, and like just everything that you're doing that has nothing to do with that. Like you're not doing nothing with your life.
I do want to give a shout out to all the young Black men that are being productive. I got a young bull down in North Carolina who's an academic All-American.
Oh,
all right.
So they're not all bad, even though he's a baller. Too. Let's not forget that. Since that's important to black folk. He can ball. His hands work too. Don't get that confused.
If you can
do it all.
Good grades and still play sports and do it well, exceptionally well, yo.
It was always education first, though. I think that's just a general thing that we as a community are missing, like quality education from Black teachers and from Black educators.
I think that's the biggest key.
Because I remember like teaching in the school. The kids didn't relate to their teachers. Like, they have these white women, you know, talking to them and talking a certain way to them. And their
teachers in private school. Has anyone ever been in private school? So I had this conversation.
I went to public school until
I'm not judging you. This was over here laughing.
I wish I went to public. Good for you.
It's just your reactions. Like, you are killing me today. You like, oh Lord, another thing I gotta say.
No, because so I had a really good conversation with a friend who is living in California, but she's from Atlanta. She went to private school majority of her life. And she was like, she fundamentally has a problem with private schools in terms of how it like nurtures and educates the Black man. And I was like, damn.
No, I feel like the Black men in my private school, like, all were fine. I mean, they all like. They didn't talk to me. And that, you said the key thing that she was kind of like touching on. It's like Black men in private schools are kind of given this like, they must be playing sports. You know, they must be No,
really
they
good.
weren't. They went to Stanford. They went to Harvard. Mm-hmm. They did well.
And also the way
sports.
that like they were coveted because they were like an extinct species, not extinct, but they were like a dying species. So like a lot of like white girl.
No, it's not the truth.
I think when you're talking about put on a pedestal. Yeah, you're talking about the pedestal that like the affluent or educated and sports Black men get on, which is why all the outside minorities are like, oh, let me look at this person and see what they're doing, kind of thing. I get that.
And also other concessions because they are in that like jock
Yeah, and it's like I personally didn't want to be with them, but it was like, can you acknowledge me?
I think that might be all jobs.
Yeah,
but there's a book called Bad Boys: Public Schools in the Making of Black Masculinity. So if you're looking at books, I have the book. I loaned it out to somebody. Of course, they're black, and I didn't get my book back.
How don't you?
Of course, they're black.
They're black, and they went to a public school, whatever. And I didn't get my book back. But if you're looking for a book to understand like the statistics around black men in public schools, it's by Ann Arnett Ferguson.
Okay.
You
Hey,
know,
I love a good book shop.
Public Schools in the Making of Black Masculinity. While I was thinking about this was another point. Like the whole reason why I was flown down in New Orleans, I wasn't just flown up for my good looks. They said there are literally like 0 black teachers, black male teachers,
In TFA.
and like just across. If you look at the percentage of black male teachers just throughout the United States, it's like dangerously low. Like
Yeah, it's mostly just like
dangerously low.
most of the black male teachers are like physical education teachers. They're not like a subject matter teacher for academic.
And that could be just a chain reaction, because even when I look at my teachers, I'm like, I don't want to be that person when I grow up.
But also because this is the whole baller's life. You ball, you do whatever, and then you go to school. Oh, I'm gonna teach gym.
So I don't think it's like when you look at your math teacher, you're like, oh, he's whack. I'm not gonna be him when I grow up.
Exactly.
Keep it pushing. Like who I'm gonna be when I grow up. Like I don't see anybody that's like a math teacher. I had one black principal, and he was cool. I had a black police officer at my school. He was cool, and there was like a black ROTC guy. I was like, I joined ROTC. He swagged out. He's over here. He bagged the black math teacher. I'm with it, and that's just gonna be a chain reaction moving forward. Like I'm not like if I told my boys in like high school I'm gonna be a math teacher when I grow up, you're gonna be like Dr. Duncan who sucks. Fucking like no, I'm not gonna do that. Like I'm gonna be something that's swagged out, and that's like a whole thing. That's like I can't relate to a teacher.
Yeah.
So why would I want to be a teacher? And now the young black man isn't going to be able to relate to the teacher.
And that could be true across the board for lawyers,
across the board.
Judges, people of authority.
Or you just never experienced that close to your home, like knowing your family, or you know what I'm saying, like has exposed you to that kind of life. Or
that makes a lot of sense.
So, and I think I would be a great teacher. But number one, I don't think they got enough money.
It's hard.
For me. I'm cool with it being hard.
Can't you make money in teaching if you have like a PhD or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, but then you're gonna be at a college.
Yeah.
Like if you get that high of a degree, you're gonna get the money at a collegiate level. You're not gonna get it teaching at like a public school.
Yeah. All I know is both my parents are educators, and I'm like,
I could be a professor.
My daddy been home 5 days last week, and I was like, I don't understand your hours at work. He's like, I don't understand yours, and I was like, all right.
Bang bang.
All right, and on that note, guys.
And on that, okay. Well, I think actually we had a pretty constructive conversation.
It's great.
Yeah.
So shout out to Beyonce as always.
Beyonce should become a teacher.
She's a teacher. Look at her teaching the kids.
She's educating y'all on what the fuck we thinking when y'all do craziness.
The men are like, wow.
Yeah, that was so funny. Your reaction to that was honestly the funniest thing.
That was the best thing ever. Yo.
Yeah, like probably top 3 podcast moments for me.
All right, you can find us on Twitter, Black Meets World, IG, Black_Meets_World.
Or you can email us at blackmeetsworld@gmail.com. Let us know how you felt about Lemonade.
Send us some topics. We love to hear back on what y'all want to hear.
And
deuces.
Yeah.
Bye,
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.